have to understand that the system is designed to keep you poor. I will teach you how to break the rules. Don't be like the doctors and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on an education that will get you a Citroen. You can come to me, spend less than $1,000 on an education, and become rich.
City.
Alright, what's going on, y'all? So if you remember the last time we were actually going through Andrew Tate, 50 plus minutes of Andrew Tate telling his truth, making life easy for prosecutors. So I kind of had to break that up. So if you haven't seen the first one, I will post a link in the description where you can actually go back and watch that video. It's a thing to behold. So without further ado, let's get back to part 2 of the confessions of a self-help guru. So we're not even wasting time. We're just going to get right back into it. So this is, I think, the point that we left off at. So without further ado, let's go.
Long time ago now, I can be honest and open about my past. I was a fighter, but fighting wasn't paying the bills, sold drugs, whatever. So I'm selling drugs. I didn't really like selling drugs. I didn't like the anxiety.
Wait, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, did I hear that correctly?
I didn't like the idea of getting caught. I didn't like the violence, the stabbing. I have my stabbing stories already on Twitter. I'll put it when I take speech up. Someone tried to stab me. In the town I was in, Luton, the worst town in the world. I mean, I've got a PhD, a pimp and hose degree. When you see a man like me at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday morning at a gas station in a $400,000 sports car, I get out the Lambo, there's a bitch in the front. I get out and putting gas in. Do you look at me and go, he studied really hard in school? Or do you look at me and think, drug dealer? You think drug dealer because you understand you must break the rules to make money. Doctors have followed the rules their whole lives and they're driving Citroens. You have to break the rules to make money.
Hold on, what's wrong with the Sentra? What's wrong with the Sentra?
You have to understand that the system is designed to keep you poor. I will teach you how to break the rules. Don't be like the doctors and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on an education that will get you a Citroen. You can come to me, spend less than $1,000 on an education, and become rich.
City.
Admittedly, the only sad thing about this is really not the confession. The confession is hilarious. Basically like a gift handed on a silver platter to a prosecutor. The sad part about this is there's always some 14-year-old, actually no, it's not even 14 years old anymore. This is like, there's always some 30-year-old or 40-year-old or 50-year-old that goes, hey, what he's saying makes a lot of sense. Let me sign up for his program. Let me give this guy what, $500, $50, $100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, however much it costs, however much his PhD, pimping holes degree, his PhD costs for you to get it. There's always some guy that out of 100 people will all listen to this exact same message and go, yo, that's ridiculous. And out of the 100 people, there's that one guy who goes, huh, I wonder if there's some truth in what he's saying.
I will teach you how to break the rules. Don't be like the doctors and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on an education that will get you a Citroen. You can come to me, spend less than $1,000 on an education, and become rich.
City. If you refuse to comply permanently, you will be amazed how far you can get as an individual. And I mean this. So let me give you an example. My tax affairs are fully in order in Romania because I pay 3%. But when I lived in England, I refused to pay tax. It was 40%. So they started sending me letters and threatening me. You know what you do? You know what most people would do? Reply to the letter, get a clever accountant. Guess what I did? Ignore the letters. Ignore. Then they start sending people around to my house. Where's Andrew? Oh, he's not here. Ignore. There becomes a point where there's a cost-benefit analysis where they sit down and go, we don't know where this guy is. We don't even know how much money he has. We don't know if he's going to pay. He might have left the country. This is a waste of our time. And they give up.
They are visibly nervous. The panel, the guy and the girl, they are visibly nervous because they're listening to what he's saying and going, dude, stop talking. Just stop. Have you ever had that friend that just will not shut up? You know that what they're saying is dumb, that you know that what they're saying is potentially criminal, and they just will not stop talking like him. Look at his eyes, first off. This is absolutely insane. This right here, that eye. Whew. He is very convinced of what he's saying. But yo, he thinks that what he's doing is okay. Like, hey, you know what? I'm not in England anymore, so therefore now it's okay. The girl in the video, she was nervous like if someone was going to break her door down, like she had done something. And this guy, look at him. He doesn't even believe the things that he's hearing right now. He's wondering like, yo, what is Tate saying? I got to replay this. Look at her face. Look at her face.
Ignore the letters. Ignore. Then they start sending people around to my house. Where's Andrew? Oh, he's not here. Ignore. There becomes a point where there's a cost-benefit analysis where they sit down and go, we don't know where this guy is. We don't even know how much money he has. We don't know if he's going to pay. He might have left the country. This is a waste of our time.
No, it's never a waste of their time. They just bide their time until they get you.
And they give up because
No, they don't. They never give up.
everyone's a coward and fills in the form. I don't fill in forms. I don't. No, you want my money? Come get it. Come get it. So let's say I'm driving my car and the police stop me. I'll just pull out a license from some random country. I'm in Romania. I'm driving a Slovakian plated car. I've got an American driver's license. I've got a Estonian passport, and I'm speaking English. Like, you think they're gonna take my license, or they're just gonna look at me and go, just slow down, bro, bye. If the paperwork's not worth it for them. If you ban my passport, I guarantee I've got another one that'll work. I'm that guy, right?
So that's a crooked cop. That's a good way to draw unnecessary attention to yourself. Yeah. Have a bunch of identification from all over the place. Yeah, that won't draw attention, right?
Get clear that 99% of laws only apply to the brokers, and that we live in a system now in the world where most things can be solved with money.
Yeah.
If you can fix a problem with money, either by buying a good lawyer or by paying a fine or by bribing a judge, then you don't have to fear the repercussions of X, right? So what I'm saying is they make a law and the broke people have to abide or they go to jail, but the rich people get to break the law and just buy their way out of it.
Yeah.
So most crimes are socioeconomic crimes. Rich people are allowed to commit the crimes and poor people are not. Look at banks. They commit financial crimes every single day. They make $100 million.
Admittedly, first true thing he said. That's 100% true. You pit two people against each other. One can afford a good lawyer, one gets a public defender. Essentially, the one who's broke is going to face the charges. The one who has money, historically, is going to get off. That is accurate. Okay, I'll give him that one.
They pay a $20 million fine and they bank the problem. This is normal. So anyway, the point I'm making is you're unique, but you're not important. You need to become important. Once you become important and you become rich, then you can ignore laws. Laws don't apply to me. I go out of this house. I leave this house.
Those two don't correlate. No, that doesn't necessarily mean that now because I have money, I can now break laws. That's not how that works. That's he started off so well. He started off so well.
Right? I get up. I leave the house. I get out the house. I do whatever I want. Because if the police come and say you're not allowed to do that, I'll say, call my lawyer or give me a fine.
Yeah.
Either way, you ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna be on the next Emergency Live sitting there with the blicky, with the diamonds, talk about Scott Adams' wife. You cannot stop me.
So let's just watch this video.
Did I just see that headline? Wait, sorry, I gotta go back.
You cannot stop me.
Okay. All right, strap in.
So let's just watch this video about Vivian, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Had it where I've had girls who say, oh, I know you're with Vivian. I know you've been with her a long time. I don't mind.
I'm sorry, his volume is really low.
Had it where I've had girls who say, oh, I know you're with Vivian. I know you've been with her a long time. I don't mind. I'll stay out tonight. You two stay alone. All that shit. But it never lasts long. Because the ones who are really in love with you won't do that. You actually have to downplay your relationship with the girl of 6 years. Relationship with the girl of 6 years. 6 years. And I only get away with that because the girl of 6 years plays along. So Vivian's been with me 6
So he's been with Vivian for 6 years, right?
completely head over heels in love with me. She wants kids with me, everything. And we met and whatever, we're in love. But when a new girl comes, when I bring on new girls, I usually pair them with Vivian. Because Vivian's younger. Melissa's like 28, Vivian's like 21.
Vivian's 21, and at this point he's been a girlfriend for 6 years. So you do the math. It means that they met when she was 15 years old.
As a whole, because we could talk.
Y'all did the math on that one, right? Y'all did the math on that one. Okay. All right. Some of y'all, the holdouts, still your hero? Okay.
Talk about pimping, because pimping has a very bad name.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe that pimping, if it's done correctly, is not a negative thing. And I think that overall, if you're a pimp, you're a positively inspirational and motivating person. And that is your job, right? And I want to say this because everyone
break
always
it down. I will break it down.
I'm about to break it down pimping. I'm gonna break it down pimping because people are sitting there saying, well, why does the girl work for you? Why wouldn't she work for herself? And I'll tell you why. Because the girl who works for herself doesn't make any fucking money.
You have the opportunities.
It's not even just a girl can make $3,000 a month for herself or $50,000 a month, 50-50 with you. And the difference between men and women are a few things. But women are, once again, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but women, if they find a way to make money, they make enough to make money to pay the bills, and then they go party. Whereas a man goes, oh, we found a way to make money. Let's never sleep again and make money forever. So we have a different mentality towards money. That's the first thing. Second.
Okay. Specifically to him, let me just address that one point that he just made. Technically, that actually doesn't make a difference. The $50,000 that he would make, and you've already heard Andrew Tate's math a little earlier in the video. Check out part 1 if you haven't. What he says that he divvies it up with the girls. Remember, he says that if he makes $40,000 in a month, let's just say, right, $40,000 in a month, he will keep 36. So the girl making $3,000 to $4,000 on her own, she still makes $3,000 to $4,000 with him. So then, what's the difference? Other than you're just making him rich. You're not making yourself rich because he already said that I will only pay them $4,000 and tell them it's because of the tax and because of this and because of that, and they get to travel for free, they get to do all these other things for free. It's his setup, it's his gig, right? So he's the one doing all the hard work, and all they have to do is just sit down and talk. But initially, the payment, they still only make about $3,000 to $4,000. So if they were to go on their own, the math is the exact same actually in terms of payout for the girl. So what he's saying right here, it's hot air.
Good thing is we can provide emotional support. It's not easy to be a webcam chick and get no tips, right? So if a girl would log in and no one would send her any money, she'd be upset. But she could come to me, the pimp, and I'd be like, baby, oh, that's because there's a big football game. There's some football game on. It's not your fault. Everyone did shit today. No, I'm lying through my teeth.
All the girls killed her.
But she feels better. Now she's happy again. Now she'll try again. She'll go back with the renewed courage, and she'll make it, right? If she's by herself, she's like, oh, no one likes me, fuck this. And she'll quit. You'll see even now with OnlyFans, the biggest OnlyFans girls that exist in the world today are working for agencies run by men. Any girl who's independent makes a couple thousand here and there, blah, blah, blah. They ain't making big money. The girls who are making big money, a man comes along and says, here's your photo sets. Here's what you're doing today. Here's your schedule. Boom, boom, boom. Don't worry, I got 5 people in your account pretending to be you. Got 4 of your sugar daddies are online. Bang, 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 bang. Money. It's a business. I was straight business about it. I was not involved in this business trying to be Dan Bilzerian. It was all money. Of the 75 girls who worked for me, it was money, money, money. I had zero interest in trying to fucking fuck them all or run around, have threesomes, none of that shit. It was pure business. That's why we made so much money. But pimps have a very, very important role in the whole industry. I'm telling you. And overall, all we do is provide motivational support. The idea that you can convince a girl to do something she doesn't want to do and make her do it en masse every day, 4 years by force is bullshit. I can't come along to you and make you do something you don't want to do. No, all I can do is make it comfortable and make you realize it's worthwhile and financially reward you. I had a business that offered girls a job, the same as McDonald's does, the same as an office does. Sit on the computer and make some money. That's all it was. So I'm here to defend the pimps. All right? Because we're not bad. I'm a feminist. I made a bunch of chicks rich. There ain't a man out there who paid a girl more money than me.
No, between me and you, we made 4 girls millionaires before OnlyFans existed.
Damn.
So when OnlyFans was first launched, I don't know who this crazy drunk bitch who's sitting in Andrew's seat now is. But let me tell you, OnlyFans follow 430 people on Instagram. I'm one of them. Because I started when I was still in the industry, I was running a huge OnlyFans, the management company. So they know who I am. They probably don't know who this girl is. You know,
OnlyFans is a British company.
Oh, indeed. And they know who I am. That's why they follow me. You can check this out right now. Call me a liar if you like.
That's the story. And this is another thing. I'll make one more point. A lot of men talk about how bad it is a girl has OnlyFans, et cetera, et cetera. I know some bad bitches, right? Some beautiful women who have an OnlyFans account, and her man is running it, and they're making money. And they're in the they're in the Maldives.
Yes.
They're pushing Lambos. Like when I see a girl with an OnlyFans account and I know she has a lot of money, I don't think hoe. I think she's married.
Happy relationship. Their man is actually taking their pictures.
Smart. Yeah, for sure.
And taking their videos.
100%.
And messaging the
100%.
And they've been together for years.
And Andrew,
you
inspired me.
Known for running a huge cam site, all this cam girls, shit like that, webcam girls. What do you think? Can you tell us a little bit about why men do that and how that actually works, like behind the scenes? Okay. Not behind the scenes, but
absolutely. I'll tell you all about it. So, quick plug here. Anyone who wants to run a cam site,
I have a course on my website that'll teach you how to do it.
Of course you do.
Webcamming is a business that's growing. It's not going anywhere. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because betas are getting more and more common, and these are the guys they're all Democrats.
And women see it as a good way to make money, right?
Well, for women, it's a fantastic way to make money.
Yeah.
You know, you can sit at home on your computer in your pajamas.
Just sell your sexuality.
Yeah,
There you
and
go.
sell your sexuality.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing about it is
Pajamas.
in your pajamas, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Like my girls, they put makeup on and all this sexy underwear on for like 6 days a week, and then on the 7th day, they'll have a no makeup chill day and get paid more money.
Yeah.
To do even
Wow.
less.
Wow.
Because the guys
Feet
like,
pictures and
yeah,
shit.
weird
Like,
shit. But it's not even just about sex, because porn is effectively free now. It's about attention. It's about interaction.
Yeah.
And these betas do not get genuine interaction from hot girls.
Engagement is the new cocaine at Lattimore.
Absolutely. That's all it is. It's purely engagement. There's loads of guys paying these girls who don't want sex. Well, they'd love to have sex with a girl, obviously, but they just want to talk about their dog and UB40 and just
The
garbage.
gender.
A lot of these men are married.
Wow.
They've got a wife at home who doesn't fuck them.
Yeah.
They've got kids who don't respect them. And they're literally the only time they smile at all is when they get their laptop out and talk to this hot 19-year-old on the other side of the world.
Jesus.
And it's sad, but it keeps them out of suicide.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
I believe it. Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
So, this is just the whole relationship with the webcam market, and it's growing by the day.
Got to bump them all from the webcam shit to the PhD course, man. Cross promotion.
Absolutely. And this is what the PhD course explains how I got the girls to work for me, and the cam course is the ins and outs of running a cam business.
Yeah,
But a cam business is a fantastic business because it ain't going anywhere. And there's online money, and it's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Yeah.
Christmas, New Year, the busiest times. There's lonely dudes on Christmas on there just fucking sending money.
No, I think
at my peak, I made $400,000 one month.
Yeah. Wow.
So I made a lot of money through this business, and I was a lot bigger than I am now. I've just got like a few of my top girls left.
Yeah.
But
you're also getting older. Life, so you have different priorities and shit. Doing what you got to do.
Exactly. So I'm gonna look to have kids and stuff. So, but it's a fantastic business. It really is. And I say this. I know this pisses off the trad cons, but I'll say to any dude out there, you want to start a cam business? I'll tell you how.
Yeah.
Do it. Jimmy, all you need is one. If you had one girl at home in your bedroom, made an extra $1,000 a week, still money.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like and these dudes are gonna. It's kind of like an alcoholic. I say this all the time. If you own a liquor store, an alcoholic comes in and you refuse to serve him, is it going to stop him drinking? He's going to go buy it from somewhere else.
I say that about Tinder. When people criticize me similar to you, I fuck these girls on Tinder and Instagram and shit. Not as many as you, but I try. And they say, I'm enabling that. It's like, I'm not enabling
that. They're
gonna
fuck someone.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck somebody. And I'm like, when they bang me, I'm like the 29th dude that year they fuck her. So whatever. Right? What am I gonna? I didn't do anything about the other 28 dudes that fucked her.
Exactly. So, and it's exactly the same with the alcoholic thing. So you're not gonna stop someone being an alcoholic. So if these dudes are gonna go online and send their money away, which they're gonna do, they may as well send it to me. Because who else are they going to send it to someone else?
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's just how I view it. So I don't think I'm damaging the West. The West has problems. We've just discussed them. I'm exploiting them to make myself a millionaire.
Yeah.
Well, oh well.
Yeah, you're not causing this to happen.
I'm not causing it to happen. Yeah. It's happened already.
Yeah.
And if I stop, it's still going to happen.
Yep.
So
that's right.
It is what it is.
I love the bluntness. Honestly, I have to commend the bluntness. Just letting them know, hey, I'm exploiting because the word choice alone is heavy. I'm exploiting because why not? It's gonna happen either way. So they're gonna use drugs, they're gonna drink, the alcoholic is gonna alcoholic, the addict is gonna be an addict. So I might as well just profit off of it because someone has to, so it might as well be me.
One of the best jobs a woman can have is be a cam girl. I have 19-year-old girls making $50,000 a month. No man's touching them. Not a single man touches them. I had a girl who worked for me.
He has 19-year-old girls making $50,000 a month for him, which they really make $4,000 a month. 19-year-old girls making $4,000 a month. Actually, yeah, that's the math. That's the real math.
You know what? I did once feel sorry for a customer, and I tried to warn him not to spend his money. This is a true story. So he was talking with one of my models. He said, when I get £20,000, I'm going to call you every night because I know we're in love, and then we can meet up. Obviously, the girls are never going to meet these guys. So I had his phone number. I called him. I said, hi, my name is Tristan Tate. I run a webcam studio here in Eastern Europe. The girl you think you're talking to, her name isn't Chloe. She doesn't live in London. Like, it's all a big game. Okay, thanks. He seemed quite embarrassed and hung up the phone. 6 to 7 weeks later, I'd hired a new model from Lithuania. She gets an incoming call, opens up the screen. It's this fucking guy again. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing on the website? So he starts talking to my Lithuanian model saying, I was really into this English girl on this same website, but she was a scammer, and I figured her out. After I called him and told him not to, I just said to my staff, I said, take every penny he's got. Take every single cent he's got. I don't care anymore.
As for scamming people, I think the industry as a whole is a scam.
Yeah.
but I was not scamming people any more than anyone else involved in that industry. I personally think the industry is a scam. However, a lot of the men who are involved and send money to girls on webcams don't think it's a scam. They like it and they enjoy it and they think it's totally worth it. So I think it's a scam, but they don't. So it's their prerogative. We fucking killed the game. Millions of dollars a week. And it was not just because I had beautiful girls. It's not because webcam is easy. It's because I am a genius. And I put together an apparatus of genius behind the avatar of beauty. And we fucking conquered the internet.
You say a lot of stuff about women like that they're your property.
That's not what I said. I was talking about an OnlyFans company when that question was asked. But I said that if a woman is going out with a man, she belongs to that man. That's his woman. So if she wants to do OnlyFans, she owes him some money because she's his.
Well, that's crazy. That one's crazy.
So you think that a man going out with a girl, that's just your property?
That one was nuts.
I'm nuts now. Good.
If a guy and a girl is dating and a girl does OnlyFans, she owes him a cut?
She is his girl.
But what does that have to do with anything?
Because she's his.
So that is you saying that women are your property.
It's not about being property. It's about the fact that she belongs to him. And the intimate parts of her body belong to him because they're in a relationship. And if she wants to sell those, he has a stake in those intimate parts of her body.
So it's reverse. A male porn star owes the woman.
I don't know, because I think the women belong to the man. I think the woman's given
that's
over
inherently where you get called sexist for.
How do you recruit a cam girl?
You find a girl with half a brain who's a waitress, and you say, what the fuck are you doing this for? You get paid 20 times more to come do that. And she'll say, no, I'll feel bad, blah, blah, blah. And you'll say, look, you have a fake name, fake address. No one's going to know your real name. What's the problem? A bunch of dudes will tell them they're beautiful and send them loads of money, and then they'll sit there and go, what the fuck was I working a job for? This is amazing. You say, yeah, I know, and bang, done.
I said to Tristan, I'm going to find a way to make money. So I decided to lock myself in my room. I saw something on the internet about a mathematician. I can't remember his name. He's a famous one. He's a mathematician or a scientist. He used to lock himself in his room and refuse to leave until he solved the problem. And he got all these health issues because he wouldn't eat and all this crap. So I thought, I'm going to be like this guy. I'm going to lock myself in the room until I work out how to make money. I only wanted to make like 20 bucks a day. I said, I'm going to find a way to make 20 bucks a day so that we're not hungry. That was it. Jesus. I want 20 bucks a day. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at all this shit and I'm researching, blah, blah, blah. And I started writing down my assets. Like, what do I have? I was like, okay, well, I have physical strength, but I already utilized that fighting. I have this, I have that, blah, blah, blah. And I got down to the road and I wrote down, well, I have a whole bunch of big booty bitches. Well, what can I do?
Big booty bitches. All right, I like it.
But I was like, what can I do with these girls? I mean, even opening a strip club, you need investment money. I didn't have investment money. I didn't want no one else fucking my girls. I'm not going to put them on the track. So I'm like, so what is there?
And even with fighting, a lot of people think you became a millionaire by fighting, but it doesn't really work like that, right?
Nah. Fighting is like modeling, whereas there's 0.1% that have all the money, the ones you can name, and then there's all the other ones who are just as good, who look just as good, can fight just as good, but for whatever reason just didn't get that contract. Like, I was 4-time world champion, and the most I ever got paid was $75,000, which is a lot of money, but it ain't life. I mean, what, twice a year? It's 150 grand a year. You're not a rich guy. You got a car, you got rent. Like, you're not rich. So, and that's world champion 4 times. So, and this kickboxing, I mean, boxing, you can make a lot of money if you have a good promoter, but even then, there's a whole bunch of boxers out there who are fighting every weekend who are excellent, you've never heard of and don't make shit. So, it's a hard sport to make money, man.
Sorry, I'm saying, wow, in terms of fighting, that's actually pretty low. 4-time world champion, that's actually pretty low. $75,000, and you got paid that amount twice, so $150,000. That's in the fighting spectrum. In terms of being, let's say, close to being on top, yeah, that's actually low.
It's a terrible career path. But yeah, so I had all these girls, and then I was kind of looking up, Googling like how to open a strip club, blah, 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 and I accidentally found Webcam, and I thought, oh, this is interesting, okay, and it kind of one thing grew to another, and I moved back to England, started a webcam company, and it just exploded. I ended up with 75 girls working for me and became a multi-millionaire. So that's how it went.
Well, hell, when you don't pay tax in England, of course it's going to blow up, right? If you don't pay taxes in England, it's 40%. What do you say? 40% roughly around for the amount that he was making? Yeah, if you don't pay taxes in England, eventually they're going to come for you because you're not paying them their money. So, yeah, naturally, if you can keep everything that you have, then yeah, why not? Obviously, you're going to become a multi-millionaire.
Date on the 2 girls living together. The girl who moved lost her support networks at home, cemented her move, talking about staying forever, can't wait to see me, etc. So I said somebody in her old town told me she worked in a sex club. I literally made this up from the sky. I started calling her a liar and threatening to kick her out, but the real goal is for her to never go anywhere without me, not even her hometown. I need her working, not visiting her friends back in her hometown. We can then see this in action. You worked in a sex club. I did not work in a sex club. I'm not lying. You said yourself that people will try to destroy us and break us apart. I've heard things too, but I chose to believe you and not them. Andrew, answer me please and tell me this is a joke, because I really don't want to believe that you mean what you are saying. I'm freaking crying alone in a room, and you think I'm not serious. We then have Tate's response to this girl's breakdown. Serious girls don't lie. You are never going back to Timisoara, even to visit without me. You don't need to leave the house in Bucharest without me or Georgiana. We are together always. We can also see how successfully Andrew Tate broke this girl, and how he describes it to his war room members. From Jasmina. I have few things, rules I can't break because I'm old fashioned and I do believe in God. 1. I have never sent a picture of me in lingerie ever. I made a promise to God and myself and I will keep it. 2. I will never do video chats or OnlyFans because my body is intimate and only my husband should be able to touch and see. Andrew Tate then describes this. Would we all agree this is about as hard as a target gets to make a girl work? Won't even send me, her boyfriend, a sexy pic. This is about the maximum difficulty you experience in the business. Another element. Since she's moved, she's been fed, but nothing else. She's broke,
so bad.
she can't go home and she can't leave the house. Man, I almost sound evil, but I'm not. I'm a shepherd leading the sheep. He then faked text messages with his bottom bitch to send off to religious Jasmina, and within a month, Jasmina was going against all of her previous morals, selling herself online, while also stating to Andrew, I beg you to cheat on me. I'm going to change my voice here because I don't want a clip of me saying this online. I beg you to cuck me and fuck other women while you ignore me. Andrew then replies, part of me legitimately hates you. This isn't a joke. Every time you've ever even slightly hesitated on my command, I've remembered it all, and I won't love you properly for years. The girl then replies, no, I was new then. Now I know better. I want you to love me for real. So that's one of the victims, but now there's a suspicious amount of people around Andrew Tate being arrested for similar crimes over the past couple years. Let's take a look at the case of this war room member, who also happened to be close friends with Andrew Tate, as well as being involved in the PhD course. Break-in. Andrew Tate's close friend Vlad Ubu, who also happened to be a professor in Tate's organisation, The War Room, was just arrested for human. Vlad frequently used the alias Joe Lampton, and sold courses exclusively through the Tate Brothers website. Vlad was previously arrested before this charge for filming himself asking mothers to kill their children. In the War Room chats, we do have some messages from Vlad going by Joe Lampton. Just told you have until 15th of November to tattoo my name on you. Everyone can say I love you, but words aren't enough. She first said this sounds childish. I replied, f*** you bitch. All my friends' women have tattoos with their name. I swear on my mother, if you don't, I will break up with you. Then he states, last week, a girl from my studio was angry I blocked her number. I took her keyboard and hit her in the head with it. Speaking of getting a tattoo, however, it seems this is a very common thing for those in the war room to get their woman to do. Yet, these tattoos seem to come up in the case against the Tate brothers.
The branding comes up over and over again, doesn't it, the more you look into it?
Yeah, the branding actually comes up in the 86-page document that was obtained
eerie
from Romania.
music.
Let me read part of that. It says the criminal activities of these defendants are a form of slavery, according to the prosecutor's office, like 19th century U.S. slave owners who branded their slaves with a red iron. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate defendants brand their victims with tattoos indicating that they are the defendant's property. For example, they have tattoos with the message, owned by Tate, in English.
But we also have this clip currently circulating online that questions if Andrew Tate the woman who worked for him.
I have to f*** her so she obeys me. I don't give a shit about having beautiful women. I f*** them so they listen to me. So I can get what I actually want, which is not them. It's a means to an end. every single Bond girl was exploited. That's exactly what I do. When I watch a Bond film and I see him basically pimp a bitch, to me that speaks to my heart. I've been there. I've done that. Anyone who's followed me long enough knows that I first made my $1 million with a webcam business. I have met beautiful women with a good personality and thought, she will make me money. I have to this bitch. I don't want to, I just need the money.
If you didn't...
And the relationship is far more artificial than you would even believe, because a lot of the conversation...
It was like a modern day buck breaking then. Listen, okay, so I would have to verify all of what was just stated earlier with that dark music, because that got dark quick. Really, that took a huge turn from, you know, I don't even know if I can call it lighthearted, but Tate being as animated as he is, and then to turn to this, which almost felt like a investigation discovery. Everything that I've been listening to so far, I can confirm because it's coming directly out of Andrew Tate's mouth. Whereas when it's from a third party, you know, like this other guy that was just speaking a second ago, yeah, I would have to go back and like verify all of that now, right, to make sure that this is actually on the up and up.
That's happening, a girl will typically, in my setup, a girl will sell her phone number to an individual. So he'll pay up to $300-400 to have the girl's WhatsApp number. Now, the entire time he's messaging that girl, it's not that girl. It's another member of staff I have who has a pile of 5 or 6 phones, and her job is to just reply as these false personalities, as these false names, looking at getting the money. So it's so fake, more fake than people could possibly believe, because they're not even talking to the girl they think they're talking to. A lot of the time, there's somebody else behind the scenes, especially when the model's English isn't that strong, doing the typing on behalf of the model. The model's just bashing a keyboard which isn't plugged into anything. So it's far more artificial than you could possibly believe.
April Baker.
That was her name.
That was her name. And I was like, you're hot. So I messaged her. She's like, I'm only 16. I was like, give a fuck. Know about me. 21, I don't care. So I pick up April Baker in my Mazda RX 8. Because he's been all weird now, like a fucking Fortnite work. Weirded out. It's fine. You know, like, if you ever... Once you're 18, if you want to get yourself a real man, I know a guy.
You do?
I do, yeah. I do know a guy.
Who is it?
What? It's a long story. I can't tell you exactly who because there's bad things about him.
Fuck out of the room. Yo, there's no fucking way you just said that. No. I actually overheard that. The fact that you fucking said that shit is fucking crazy. That's fucked up. You were.
I mean, I have on CobraTake.com, I have a course and I teach everything I know about girls from start to finish, everything I know about game, and it will help. But if you're a low-value man, it can only help. You're not banging Claudia Schiffer or fucking whoever.
Is this your PhD program?
PhD program, that's right.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
So yeah, on CobraTake.com, I have my PhD program, and that is PhD is pimp and hose degree that I'm.
Clever.
And
Clever.
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich. So that teaches everything I know from start to finish about not only getting girls, not only obtaining them, but retaining them. Because that's a completely different game as well.
So
So I teach
manipulation.
everything I know in there. But even
I want you to listen to this recording. This is of.
Oh, he's back. He's
Listen
back.
to what he's advocating, and this just blows my mind how this is even out in the ether. You talk about self-snitching. Why do you think I hold these hats in such regard? Because I want you guys to stop self-snitching. Listen to this.
On this exchange is war room only guys. The guys who owns this exchange is straight fucking gangster. So if you Google up, you'll notice that the Bulgarian government, they seized about, I think, some billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin from some criminal guys, and they did that because the guys would try to sell the Bitcoin through an exchange, so they've made their own exchange now.
If somebody is under the watchfly of the government, you want to get as far away from them as possible because you don't want to be painted with their brush, right? He is not only self-snitching in this clip, but he's snitching on others. Listen to this.
It's basically a mafia exchange, so all the mafia guys are just gonna be fucking around with all their money in here. Because this exchange don't give a shit where the money comes from. It's all just shady underworld shit. But the BOA coin that they've launched, they're gonna pump hard. So get the coins free now because they're completely free. It's gonna go up. So they've got some things going on. It's gonna go up. I'll let you know when it's probably. They'll tell me when a good time to sell is.
Okay, first of all, he tells you that there's this mafia exchange, and they don't give a shit where the money comes from. Well, that's money laundering 101. I mean, it just is. Secondly, nothing's free in this world. You know, you're gonna log on, you're gonna buy some of this BOA coin, and just listen to the rest of this.
Like, I don't know what they're aiming for. They're aiming for $100 a coin. That's gonna be fucking hard. They're aiming for $100 a coin, for $100 a coin, for $100 a coin. But we'll see what happens. But even if it goes up to $50, $60 a coin, who cares? It's free. So that's a mafia exchange. But yeah, that's why it's hard for U.S. citizens. But if you want to use a VPN, no one gives a fuck. Just get.
No one gives a. Who's gonna take advice from this guy? Honestly, who is gonna take advice, business advice? Okay, here I'm gonna tell you. Just go onto this mafia exchange. Nobody cares. Hey, nobody gives it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is just. First of all, if you're in bed with the mafia, you better not put shit online, because you put stuff online. Guess what? They don't like people talking at all, because they don't want limelight shining on them. This is just ridiculous. And I'm gonna wait for Andrew Tate. Okay, you tell me when, Andy. I mean, come on. Does that? Oh, you know what? It's called a classic pump and dump scheme, and it's a way to scam people out of a lot of money, and it's also a way to launder money.
To the best of my knowledge, real mafia doesn't actually go around announcing that they're mafia. They don't go around announcing that they're mobsters. Why? Because they normally want to keep outside of the limelight as much as humanly possible. Guys like this, at every second they have to announce, we are mafia, we are mob bosses. Yeah, it just seems fake. Like, extra fake. Let's keep going, because we're almost done now.
And it's also a way to launder money.
I'd take around half of the money, around 50%.
You take 50%.
Around 50%.
They thought they were on 50%. And I said that the disparity is because of taxes.
He would just pay me a flat fee of £15 an hour.
I was all about trying to get paid. Like, I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house to make me money. That's what I wanted. So I was a pimp in that sense.
All right, y'all, hold on. We're almost at the finish line, all right? We just got a little bit more to go over, so let's just continue.
I do not hate women in any regard. I have no negative relationship with women. I will state right now that I am absolutely sexist and I'm absolutely a misogynist. She was a fucking hoe, and I spotted it instantly because she didn't humble herself when she was supposed to. And I'm glad I didn't waste any more time on her, because she's never going to be doing like my other girls do, living in my house, letting me fuck other women, remaining loyal, and fucking bringing me coffees and doing as I say. That's what you're looking for, gentlemen. Well, you'll have one that you super care about. You'll have one which is the queen. You'll have one which has your family. You'll have one which is going to be above all others. You'll have one that you adore.
Yeah.
But it could be the same with cars. I could have one I truly love, and I could just pick up another one for a spin.
Take over everything. No one's driving my cars but me. It's like my women. Put my name on them. For life. Boom. Done. Even if I don't want them anymore, they can just fucking sit at home while I play with the younger ones.
How much younger? That's the question. How much younger is he really willing to go to? Because I'm hearing some numbers being thrown out there, which is like 18. Okay. All right. Then I'm hearing numbers of like 17. Okay. Then we hear numbers of 16 and 15, and I think I even saw 14 in there. So how much younger is younger? So again, none of that is proven. All of that is just allegation. But how much younger? Why do you play with the younger ones, Andrew?
You're honest with women, you get just headache on both sides. They don't want honesty. When you come to a woman with honesty, it's just they're not ready to handle it. They are not prepared for it, and it also lowers your status as a man. Imagine a Muslim wife sitting there in her burqa trying to say this crap. But the way I was feeling different inside, and I had to psychological you get stoned. You're about to feel something, a rock in your face. Can I say this on YouTube? Yeah, I can say this on YouTube. I've legitimately done that. Girls running their mouth. I just start beating the fuck out. I'm not even having sex. They love it more than ever. They like it more. The less sex you have with them, the better. So I don't know why you're trying to give me your opinion, because I don't put any responsibility on you to perform in basically any way outside of the bedroom. So just shush. Women are only loyal to one thing, and that's the dick they're sucking. I don't even really want to fuck the girl. I want to know, like, she better love me afterwards. I need to get paid. I got rent. Like,
yeah. How do I use these women to make money? Jesus.
I don't think there's anything intrinsically wrong with women doing OnlyFans, as long as I had influence and control over it. First things first, the reason women need a man to do OnlyFans is the same reason a woman need a man to do anything, because they're incompetent and they're very, very lazy.
Doing a video photographer to get the angles, yeah?
No. I'm not doing any real work, but just like taking all the money. And they're stupid.
If my chick said I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand. All right, give me 8. All right, cool. All right.
What woman is going to give you 8 grand?
Because you're my woman. You're doing OnlyFans. You're selling my product.
Home stretch now. This one other video that I want to check out by this guy, George Yankovic, the George Yankovic Report. I don't think I've ever heard anyone else with the name Yankovic except for Weird Al Yankovic, but hey, let's just check out what he has to say. Here we go.
Young men are paying hundreds of dollars to unlock the doors of wealth, power, and sexual mastery, some as young as 12 years old. And self-proclaimed life coach Andrew Tate has made millions from a self-help program called The Real World. Users pay $50 a month and are promised inside tips to quote-unquote escape the matrix, but it has been criticised as a pyramid scheme and even a cult. Self-stylized multi-million...
Dude, what the hell? So here's Tate, and here's the clients that are all coming to look to start the same thing. Buzzcut, 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 buzzcut. Noticing a pattern here.
Professors lecture about business, marketing, and fitness, claiming young men can get rich with just 1 year of focus.
If you are a kid, let's say 13, 14 plus, you 100% can find opportunities and skills that you can use to make money.
But YouTuber Nathan Pope has heard a different story, with some former members working more than 10 hours a day just making promotional videos. The advice they get from professors: sleep less and work harder. Go into war mode. Social media companies, according to Pope, are doing the bare minimum to stem the tide. 26-year-old Cantor Volt said he made more than 150 videos in 6 months in the real world and never saw a single dollar from his efforts. And while Tate awaits trial in Romania, where he's charged with human trafficking, rape, and forming an organised crime group, all of which he denies, the money just keeps rolling in.
Okay, so now that we've gone through all of that, the accusations and allegations have not gone away. They will continue to roll in as long as Andrew Tate keeps on Andrew Tating. This is a prosecutor's dream, because you have Andrew Tate putting his own foot in his mouth. Actually, no. If he put his foot in his mouth, he would have kept quiet. No, this is Andrew Tate just letting it blab way too much and no one telling him, yo, mute your mic. Like, turn it off, bro. Stop talking. Just stop talking. Let me know your thoughts on this, especially if you're an Andrew Tate fan. I want to know why. I genuinely am curious as to why. What is the payoff here? What are you getting from this? Like, what do you get from a guy like this? Is it the motivation? Is it the self-help? Is it really helping you all that much? Is it boosting your ego? Is it boosting your confidence? Like, I'm genuinely curious. So, whatever your thoughts are, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. Leave your comments in the comment section. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Some of this stuff was very enlightening. This was more eye-opening than I thought it would be. Andrew Tate needs a muzzle. Mainly just to stop barking. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you guys again on the next one. Be easy, y'all.